Hey, Cigar Craig here at the PCA show 2022, and I'm here with Luigi from Cigarmedics, whom we've
Thanks for stopping by.
known for a long time, but we're finally getting to meet.
Yeah,
So it's great to meet you.
Awesome.
And Luigi's here. Is this your first PCA, or were you here last year?
We were here last year.
Okay, so your second PCA.
Yes.
And you have some exciting new stuff here. Some stuff my readers
That's what I
know
hear.
about.
That's what I hear. I mean, yeah, I'm always working on something, but
Right.
yeah, we're launching 3 new products this year at the PCA. I guess the one that's creating the most buzz is the Baller. It's a new type of cutter that actually takes a scoop of the cigar cap out that resembles a melon baller.
Yeah, and I posted a video of that, using that, and I've been using it fairly religiously myself. It's brilliant.
Thank you. Thank
Brilliant. So one of the questions I've gotten about that I asked you about, and you provided a solution, and maybe you can share with us, is how do you sharpen that little blade?
Well, being in the cigar trade for the last 30 years, I always see posts on the internet, how do you sharpen a cutter? Especially when you spend a lot of money on one, you don't want to have it go dull and then you have no other recourse. So at some point in the next few months, we're going to be launching the sharpening stone to sharpen the baller, and basically you just put it in the socket and go up and down a few times, and it actually puts a new edge back on the baller.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
It's always sharpening curved blades is always a challenge.
Right.
So sharpening a spherical blade,
Well,
more of a challenge.
Yeah,
but that's pretty
it was
cool.
very challenging on how to actually do this,
Right.
Because without making it a straight stone, this actually has to be made to fit in the actual socket of the baller, and then there's a conical shaped stone that actually fits the size of the ball itself. So there's really nothing you have to do except for just put it in and move it 5 or 10 times, and you get a fresh new edge.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So, and you have of course, the Humidometer.
Yeah, that's our flagship product that we
sure.
launched in 2019. It's still making its way through the cigar industry a little at a time.
Right.
So.
You get some buzz here at the show
that one,
with it.
I mean, the cutter is just another mousetrap, of course. But the Humidometer was a one-of-a-kind, unique product, and we launched it in an industry that has never seen anything like that before. So we're obviously trying to explain to people what the use of it is. Just like a meat thermometer or a tire pressure gauge that people would use, or a moisture meter that woodworkers use. So traditionalists seem to bash it, but I think people are slowly catching on. So.
It's another tool. I mean, there's people that say, oh, you don't need a hygrometer in your humidor, just go by touch. But it's another tool to use to
one of the
enjoy the hobby.
One of the interesting things that we learned is how long it takes a cigar to acclimate.
Right.
I always had this impression you put a cigar in a humidor maybe a few days, a week, but we found through testing. I mean, we found cigars that were maybe 35-40% humidity that sat in a humidor. And they were 60 ring gauge and not too far from a Boveda pack. And some of those cigars took 3 months to come back in. 3 months to come back into a smokable range. So that was the most amazing part for me, is that the assumption that you have that, okay, just stick it in a box, 2 weeks max, and no. I mean, it might be great. That's what's nice about the tool, is that there's no assumption.
Right.
You order cigars online, you get the box in. If the meter says it's okay within your parameters, you smoke it right then and there.
Yep.
Other times, you don't know if it's neglect of the warehouse or sold at the retailer, and it might be too dry, too damp, and that'll also steer you in a direction to bring that cigar back to optimal level. Because who wants to throw away a $10 cigar because it's too damp or too dry?
Right. And I'll tell you, smoking a cigar that's over humidified is like one of my pet peeves. It just drives me insane.
I mean, Craig and I have been smoking probably 30 years plus, maybe 60 years between us, and everybody does the feel test, but sometimes in a very tightly packed cigar, it's hard to tell, I mean,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's very cool. As you know, we've been a big fan of your stuff. We've done some stuff
For
together.
you to be latched on to our products means a lot, and you know that. I've communicated that to you.
I appreciate your support as well.
Thank you.
I got a good partnership, I think.
Yeah.
So, good. Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to do a little video action, and
This
I'm
was
happy
awesome.
to have finally met you face to face.
Same here, Craig.
And
same here.
we will
keep up the good work.
as well with you.
Cigar Craig right here.
All right. Well, we'll catch up with you next time. Thanks.